So Damian, you're being offered a fight right now. Tell me a little bit. Who are they? Who's the UFC trying to get you to fight?
Yeah, they offer me Robbie Lawler. Actually, they offer not me, but Eduardo, my manager, yesterday. And, I don't understand, what is happening because Dana said right after the fight that, I could, I was the next, I could wait if they do the rematch with Woodley Wonderboy, wait, sit and wait, or get another fight. So, I don't understand what's happening, and I believe in Dana's words. And also, Cowboy is asking to fight me. So, first, they need to do the rematch. Let's see, if they will do the rematch or not. If they really want to do the rematch, okay, we can think about another fight. But, if I would fight again, it would be great to fight the same card as Wonderboy and Woodley, because maybe somebody get hurt so I can jump in, or even if nobody gets hurt, we are in the same cycle.
Did they give you an exact date for this fight against Lawler?
No, they didn't give any date for a fight, and they don't have any date for the rematch if they really want to do that. So, I'm really, I'm not like, I didn't lose my confidence here that I can be the next until they, I'm a fighter and I never give up. So let's see if they really will do the rematch, and when they book the rematch, then we think about the next step.
Dana White's watching you. What would you tell him to convince him to give you the title shot?
I said, Dana, come on, you know that I'm right there. I told you after the fight, I spoke to Woodley. He's ready. He said he can fight me on December 3rd. I'm ready, and I have 6 in a row. You said that I'm the next, so I hope I'm really the next.
You mentioned two other names too that you would like to fight. Anderson Silva, obviously that would be a rematch, and forgot the other one. Cerrone. Yeah, but Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So Anderson in a catch weight would be interesting because I think it's a fight that people would like to see. That was the fight that I remember most in my life. So it was very important for me that after that fight, I changed as a fighter, and a catch weight would be good because even if I lose, I don't think it will interfere too much in my welterweight division. And Cowboy also, Cerrone, he asked to fight me. So, if he think he can beat me, let's do it. Let's do it, not now. Let's do it if they don't book my fight for the title.
We had talked before, and I had mentioned the possibility of the fight being so good that it may grant them an immediate rematch. You said that you thought it was unlikely, but obviously possible. As you sat there watching the fight and it ended on a draw, what went through your head?
Right after the fight, I didn't realize, I was very, when you're watching the fight, cage side, you're not too rational. So I was like, okay, I was worried, the fight, if the fight was really exciting, like, Lawler and Condit in New Year's Eve, that was which would worry me. But I think, the fight was, the fourth round was really exciting. Both were, went to a war and was crazy. But the first 3 rounds and the last round were not so exciting. So, I thought the UFC is not going to do the rematch. But Eduardo, my manager, he was by my side and he said, they maybe will do because, he knows how their mind works. So, and, he was right. They were talking right after the fight about rematch. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. The good thing about that is that everybody's talking about our division right now. Everybody's talking about the rematch. Everybody is talking about, Demian being next, and what's gonna happen. So I think this division right now is the most competitive division.
You mentioned a few names as possibilities if the UFC doesn't give you a title shot, but you haven't mentioned a GSP. Why?
Because he's not fighting. I don't know if he's coming back. And like I always say, I respect him very, very much. I think he's for sure, you know, after Anderson, for me, he's the greatest. I think, you know, personally, I think, and I already said that he wants to come back to do big fights, you know. He wanna really leave. He left a legacy, but he wants, you know, going a different level. I think so. I think he would like to fight guys like Bisping for sure, and I heard he saying he would, you know, fight McGregor and drop to the lightweight. So I think that's fights that he's looking for. So that's why, you know.
But he did mention your name in an interview. If the UFC asks you, okay, you're not fighting for the title next, but you have Anderson, GSP, Cerrone, which fight would you Lawler? Which fight would you take?
Too early to think. You know, let me wait. Let them really say, okay, will be the rematch or no, and then, you know, I will think about that.
My final question, you mentioned McGregor too. And he kind of planted a seed that maybe he would be going up to welterweight, and you said that you don't think that he will.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going. I think it's very smart to do that, you know. Guys are way too big for him. He's a great fighter. You know, he proved that in the last fight. His distance, you know, his control distance remind me Anderson in his prime, but, you know, I think he wouldn't go, you know, up. He has more interesting fights to do. He's asking about Mayweather in boxing. He could do a rematch with Nate. He can defend his title against Aldo or Khabib. So I don't think he will go up.